If you like our video, click the button to subscribe to our channel and get easy access to new content. To see our full suite of ad-free video courses, instruction manuals, and quick reference guides, visit us at www.teachucomp.com. To customize your company's sales settings in QuickBooks Online, click the Settings button. Then click the Account and Settings link under the Your Company heading in the menu to open the Account and Settings window. Then click the Sales Company Settings category link in the menu at the left side of the window to show the individual settings in that category to the right. The Sales Settings category contains the sales form content, invoice payments, products and services, late fees, progress invoicing, messages, reminders, online delivery, and statements sections. You may also see a financing section appear. To edit the individual settings in a section, click anywhere in a section to activate its settings. To choose the default settings for sales forms in QuickBooks Online, click into the Sales Form Content section to activate its settings. To set the default due date for invoices you send, select a choice from the Preferred Invoice Terms dropdown, or select the Add New choice in the drop-down menu to open a terms window that lets you name new terms. Select a due date option, enter the number of days or specific day, and then click the Save button to create and save the new due date terms. To set the default delivery method for sales forms, select a choice from the Preferred Delivery Method dropdown. To enable shipping fields in sales forms, click the Shipping toggle switch to set it to the On position. When enabled, it adds the fields Date, Tracking Number, Destination, and Subtotal to sales forms. The Custom Fields setting lets you add custom fields to all sales forms and/or purchase orders. To add a custom field, click the Custom Fields link to open the Custom Fields list. Then click the Add Custom Field button, or click the Add Field button in the upper right corner if you already created custom fields, to then open the Add Custom Field pane. Type a field name into the name field. To add the field to sales forms, check the All Sales Forms checkbox. To print the field on sales forms, click the adjacent Print on Form toggle switch. If needed to add the field to purchase orders, perform the same steps for the Purchase Order checkbox and toggle switch. When finished, click the Save button in the pane to save it, or click the X button in the pane's upper right corner to cancel creating it. If you add custom fields, you'll need to return to the Sales Form Content section of the Sales category in the Account and Settings window. To allow custom transaction numbers in sales forms, like invoice numbers, ensure the Custom Transaction Numbers toggle switch is set to the On position. If switched to the Off position, QuickBooks automatically assigns invoice numbers instead. To enable service dates in sales forms, which show when a service was performed separately from the invoice date, switch the Service Date toggle switch to the On position. To add a discount field to sales forms, switch the Discount toggle switch to the On position. To add a deposit field to invoices so you can deduct a deposit from the balance total to show the current amount due, switch the Deposit toggle switch to the On position. To add a Tips field to sales receipts, switch the Accept Tips toggle switch to the On position. Then choose the correct answer for recording tip income in the message box that appears if prompted, although you can always change this in the advanced settings later too. This answer creates either an income account for tips recorded for just me, or a liability account from which to pay out tips if you select My Team. You also need to use an updated sales receipt form to record tipped transactions, which QuickBooks Online will help you set up in the following prompt. To save and apply your changes, Click the Save button in this section. To cancel the changes, click the Cancel button instead. To change the settings for accepting customer invoice payments in QuickBooks Online, click the Invoice Payments section to activate its settings. To accept credit cards for all new invoices, check the Accept Credit Cards checkbox. To accept ACH payments for all new invoices, check the Accept ACH checkbox. To set payment instructions, enter them into the Payment Instructions field. To save your changes, click the Save button in this section. If shown to change the settings for customer financing in QuickBooks Online, click into the Financing section to enable its setting. To turn customer financing on or off, click the Customer Financing toggle switch to enable or disable it. To save your changes, then click the Save button. To change settings for the sales of products and services, click the Products and Services section. To add a product or service column to sales forms that lets you pick choices from your list of products and services, ensure the Show Product Service column on sales forms toggle switch is set to the On position. To also add a SKU column to sales forms to track sales by SKU, if you enable the Product Service column, click the Show SKU column toggle switch that then appears to set it to the On position. While still in the beta stage as of this writing, to enable price rules that let you specify specific discounts on selected products to chosen customers for a specific time, click the Turn on Price Rules toggle switch to set it to the On position. Note that all beta features may still change before final rollout. To add a quantity and a rate field to sales forms, ensure the Track Quantity and Price or Rate toggle switch is set to the On position. To track your remaining product inventory and its costs, ensure the Track Inventory Quantity on Hand toggle switch is set to the On position. To track inventory for sales channels after setting up a sales channel, ensure the Track Inventory for Sales Channel switch is set to the On position. To save your changes, click the Save button in this section. To cancel the changes, click the Cancel button instead. To enable late fees, which are a default charge applied to all overdue invoices for all customers, and which appear as a line under the Product Service column in an invoice, click into the Late Fees section to enable its settings, and then click the Default Charge Applied to Overdue Invoices toggle switch to set it to the On position. Doing this then enables other fields in this section, which lets you set the default late fee. Also note that you can customize the late fee settings for individual customers within the Customers page after enabling late fees. To set the default late fee settings, select either the Flat Fee or Percentage of Remaining Balance option button that appears after enabling this setting. If you select Flat Fee, then enter the flat fee amount into the Amount field. Alternatively, if you select Percentage of Remaining Balance, then enter the percentage of the remaining balance to charge as a late fee into the Percent field. If, in addition to charging the percentage, you also apply an upfront one-time flat fee, then check the Apply an Upfront One-Time Flat Fee checkbox that appears after selecting this option. Then enter the amount of the fee into the adjacent Amount field that appears after checking this checkbox. For all late fee option selections, then use the adjacent Frequency dropdown to choose the correct frequency with which to apply the selected type of late fee. To set the grace period, which starts the day after the due date and during which late fees will not accumulate, select a choice from the Grace Period dropdown. To set the late fee description for invoices, enter that text into the Appears on Invoices As field. Also, note there may be limits on amounts you can charge to customers for late fees or finance charges in your jurisdiction, and you should ensure you comply with those requirements before charging late fees or finance charges to customers. To save your changes, click the Save button in this section. To cancel the changes, click the Cancel button instead. The Progress Invoicing section lets you enable Progress Invoicing, also called Progress Billing or Partial Billing, for invoices. This lets you create multiple invoices from a single estimate for customer jobs which are completed in phases. To enable Progress Invoicing in QuickBooks Online, click into the Progress Invoicing section to enable its setting, and then click the Create Multiple Partial Invoices from a Single Estimate toggle switch to set it to the On position. To enable Progress Invoicing, you must also update the default invoice template by clicking the Update button in the prompt that appears. Alternatively, click Cancel to cancel the update if you do not want to use Progress Invoicing. To save your changes, click the Save button in this section. To cancel the changes, click the Cancel button instead. To create a default email message to send for each sales form, click the Messages section to activate its setting. To add a greeting, check the Use Greeting checkbox. To format the greeting if enabled, then use the two adjacent drop-downs to select its content. Next, select which sales form's email content to customize by selecting a choice from the Sales Form drop-down. For the selected sales form, to use a standard message for the email's subject and body, click the adjacent Use Standard Message button to add a standard message to the email subject line and email message fields below it. To customize the email's subject and body, type your own content into the email subject line and email message fields, or edit the standard message content. To send copies of all sales forms to your email, check the Email Me a Copy at checkbox. For the invoice sales form choice only, to send CC or BCC copies of new invoices you create to email addresses you specify, type the email addresses into the Copy CC New Invoices to Address or Blind Copy BCC New Invoices to Address fields. If you enter multiple email addresses into either field, make sure to separate each email address in the field with a comma. To set a default message to show on estimates and a default message to show on all other sales forms, select either Estimate or Invoices and Other Sales Forms from the Sales Form drop-down towards the bottom of this section to select for which form or forms to enter the message. For your selected sales form or sales forms, then enter the default message to show within it. To save your changes, click the Save button in this section. To cancel the changes, click the Cancel button instead. To create the default email message to send for invoice payment reminders and/or schedule automatic invoice payment reminders, click the Reminders section to activate its settings. To set the default mail message for payment reminders, click the arrow at the right end of the Default Email Message for Invoice Reminders setting to expand this section if needed. You can also click this same area to collapse it. To set the invoice reminder email's subject line, type it into the subject line field. Note that you can type the invoice number and company name field placeholders exactly as they appear into the email to substitute them with the invoice number or company name when the reminder is sent if desired. To set a default greeting, check the Use Email Greeting checkbox. Then select the email's greeting from the two adjacent drop-downs. Then type the reminder's message into the email message field. To email copies of reminders to yourself, check the Send a Copy to checkbox. To schedule up to 3 automatic invoice payment reminder emails, click the Automatic Invoice Reminders toggle switch to set it to the On position. Note that automatic invoice reminder emails are only sent for new invoices after this setting is enabled. Also, turning them off turns them off for all invoices. To enable an automatic invoice reminder, click either Reminder 1, Reminder 2, or Reminder 3 to expand that reminder. Then click the toggle switch next to the Reminder 1, Reminder 2, or Reminder 3 label to enable that reminder by toggling it to the on position. To set the number of days before or after the invoice's due date at which to send the automatic invoice payment reminder, use the drop down field to the left of the word days at the top of the reminder to select a number or type a number into the field. Then use the drop down to the right of that to select either before or after the due date. Next, complete the rest of the fields for the invoice reminder email, like when you created the default payment reminder email. To add the default payment reminder's content to these fields, click the Use Default Reminder message link at the bottom of the automatic reminder. You can then edit the content if needed. Repeat this process for the other 1 or 2 automatic email reminders as desired. To save your changes, click the Save button in this section. To cancel the changes, click the Cancel button instead. To set email options for all your sales forms, click the Online Delivery section to activate its settings. To choose the level of sales form detail to show in the email, select either the Show Short Summary in Email or Show Full Details in Email option. To select to which sales forms to attach PDF copies of the sales form in the email, check or uncheck the Invoices and/or Credit Memo Sales Receipt, Refund Receipt, Estimate, Receive, Payment checkbox. To set the invoice's email format, select your desired choice from the Additional Email Options for Invoices dropdown. To save your changes, click the Save button in this section. To cancel the changes, click the Cancel button instead. To choose how much information appears in customer statements, click the Statements section to activate its settings. Select either the List Each Transaction as a Single Line option to show each unpaid transaction as one line, including things like invoice number and total invoice amount, or select the List Each Transaction including all detail lines option to also include all the unpaid transactions detail lines, like products purchased and their amounts. To include an aging table in the statements that lists the amounts customers owe broken down by standard aging brackets for the number of days past due, ensure the Show Aging Table at bottom of statement toggle switch is set to the On position. To save your changes, click the Save button in this section. To cancel the changes, click the Cancel button instead. To close the Account and Settings window, click the Done button in the lower right corner or click the X button in the upper right corner. Remember to click the Subscribe button to see more of our videos. See our full suite of courses, instruction manuals, and quick reference guides at www.teachucomp.com.